Hello everyone, this is Mayank here and this is Python beginner tutorial. Like in every programming language, we start our first program with a hello world program. We are going to do the same here. Typing hello world in case of C or Java, need to include several header files. For example, in case of C, you have to include stdio.h, but in case of Python, you need to simply type print within the inverted comma hello world and you get the result. Now, if you type 2 plus 2, what you expect is the answer 4. But in case of C, you will encounter a syntax error. Now, in case of Python, you get the result 4. There are several functions in Python, like absolute function, minus. If you enter minus 18, you will get 18. There is an operator that is known as the exponent operator in Python, that is 2 asterisk asterisk 3. What it does, it returns 2 raised to the power 3, that is similar to the power function in C. That is it. So a simple beginner program would be finding a square root of a number. So take any number, say 19 asterisk 0.5, because square root of any number means to the power 1 by 2, that is 0.5. It will give you the square root. Now there are several other functions, for example power function, which is similar to the power function used in C. It takes two parameters 2 and 3 and returns a raised to b. Other functions include floor function, that is the greatest integer function, that is 18.7. You should get 18 as a result. No, but we encounter an error. The reason for this error is that floor function is present inside the math module. So before using floor function, we have to first import that math module. Now we will type math.floor 18.7 and we'll get the result 18. So what we have learned, to use a function which is present inside a module, first we have to import that module and then type module name dot function and provide the parameter inside the parenthesis. Another features that comes with Python is that you take a variable k, say, and type math dot floor. Now whenever you have to use this floor function, what you need to do is like type k, pass the parameter, say 18.7 here, and we'll get the result. Another important and widely used function is the factorial function. But the interesting thing about factorial function in Python is that you can calculate factorial of large numbers, say 100. So for calculating 100 factorial in C, you have to use arrays, but in case of Python, you can easily calculate it because it comes with pigint num, so which is quite useful and handy tool. Now after knowing about the factorial function, we should come across variable. Declaring variable in Python is quite simple. So for example, if you want to add two numbers, say declare x equals to 2, y equals to 18, and you want to print x plus y, and you get the result. Now what we have learned till now is like printing hello world using several basic functions of Python like absolute, power, floor, including the module and using the function, in using the factorial function, and knowing about the variable. Now what we will learn now is like saving our program. Till now we have not saved any one of our program, we have just run it in the Python shell. So to save our program, what we do is we open a new window. Now after opening this new window, we can type our program in this new window. Say we want to type print hello world and you want to save it. Just save it in the location you want to. Say I want to save it at desktop. Type the file name like hello and type the extension py. What it does, that it generates an output file of the format exe. to which all of us is familiar with, that is the output file in form of executable form, which is in case of C and Java. Now we have, after we have saved this file, we can go to the folder, this Python folder, and open our program. But what happens is that the screen does not hold up. We have encountered this thing in C also, but what we use gets here. In here, in case of Python, we type raw underscore input. What this raw underscore input does, that it prints the hello world and waits for another input key. So as a result, the screen gets hold for the user to see the result. Now we can save our program and moving to the folder where we have saved it, and we get the result. Now what we will learn about is loops. Loops is an important part of any programming language. So we will make a simple program using loop, say printing 1 to 10. Say take any variable t. To take input from user, we just type t equals to input, and what it does, it takes input from the user and assign that input to t in form of integer. Now we will first learn about for loop. For example, for say variable I in range of t, what it does, it assigns a limit for I in range of t, that is 0 less than equal to t. Now we enter a colon. What this colon does, that it generates a block of code. Block of code is very important. In Python we does not use any curly braces. There is a proper alignment for the block. Typing this colon generates an alignment. Writing your code within this alignment ensures that your code is run or compiled within this for loop. So if you want to print 1 to 10, we will type print I plus 1 and raw underscore input to hold the screen. Okay, now we will save our program. Moving on to the folder where we saved it, say type 20. What we'll get is 1 to 20, and which is the desired result. So this is a basic application of for loop. Now another way to use for loop is that you can define the range of I manually also, that is you need not to take input from the user. Say you want to print from range I1 comma 20. Save your program, go to the file, it will ask for input, but it will print for 1 to 20. So this is what Python does. You can use for loop in this way. Now what comes with the for loop is the while loop. Use of while loop in Python is done in the following way. Say type while, we have taken the input from the user here, t greater than 0, again this colon, it generates the block for the while loop, and say we want to print t and we decrement t by 1. What it does, it prints d, that is t in decreasing order. For example, if you type t equals to 20, then it will print 20, 19, 18, 17, and accordingly. We will save our program and go to hello, type 20, and we'll get the desired result. So this is how Python works with the while loop. Now after knowing about this basic format of for and while loop, we can manipulate this loop to make several programs. Now we'll make another basic program of finding the largest of three numbers. I'm including this basic program because of two reasons. First is to learn the importance of the if and else statement, and second is to take input from the user more than one, of taking more than one input, that is taking three variables in one line in Python. This is something I found beginners struggles the most. So we are going for the program of finding maximum of 3. Say if we want to take three integers a comma b comma c equals to, we will use map. What map does, it converts, or you can say it typecasts the input which is taken to the desired format you want. Say here I want to use int comma raw underscore input to take input in form of string, and I will type split. What this split does, it if you, that is, if you type two strings, say a space b, it will be read as two different strings. So this split does that. And what this map does, it typecasts or converts that string into the desired data type, which is int in this case. Now after the user has entered the three number, we will type if a is greater than b. If a is greater than d, then we will print. If a is greater than b, then we will assign the value of a to d, else b, that is d will be assigned to b. Now we can compare this value of d with c. If d is greater than c, then print d, else we have to put the colon, print c. Now we have learned saving our program and we have created the executed file. Another way to run our program is the Python PowerShell. You need to simply press F5, save your program, take three integers, say 1 space 2 space 3, and get the result. So this is quite a simple but an important program which can be manipulated to make several other programs. We have learned the use of if, which is quite an important part of any language, and most importantly we have learned to take more than one integer in a single line in Python, which is something I think would help you for a long time, because in Python taking more than one integers is something you find it difficult. Till now we have covered most of the basic thing of Python, like introduction to variable using some basic functions, if loop, for and while loop. Now at the beginning of the tutorial I have mentioned that Python is basically known for its shortened codes, and one of an important and tool for shortening codes in Python is this exec statement. What this exec statement does is, like, whatever you, the statement that you type within the quotes separated by the semicolon are executed the number of times you type the asterisk into that number. For example, here I have typed asterisk into 10, means the code which has been written within the quotes will get executed 10 times. This program is basically the same program which I have made at the beginning of the tutorial of printing 1 to 10. That is, I have initialized a variable I equals to 1. I am printing that variable. Now the second statement is what? It increments the variable by 1, and this code run for 10 times. So what it does, it prints 1 to 10. So we can do this by running into the Python shell. We'll save our program and we get the desired result. So this code is quite simple example of the executed exec, that is executed statement, but it can be modified and be very useful for making one-liners in Python. Now we have learned this exec statement. Now learning something basics in Python, we can now move on to a special program. The program is related to email ID extraction. This program, what it does, it takes the input from the users, say the number of times this program will get executed, then it will read a line and it will find all the valid email ID address, enter into the line, and give you the output result. Now we will dissect line by line this program. The first line, I have imported a module, that is RE module, that is the regular expression module. What it consists of is several function, and the function which has been used in this program is the find all function. In the second line, I have defined that the number of times this program will run. I have taken for I in range of input, that is the input given by the user. So the I will run from 0 less than equal to the input given by the user. Now I have created a mail which is a list. What this list stores is all the email ID which satisfy the criteria which has been set by me. That is, the criteria are set in the find all functions within the parenthesis. The criteria are, that is, the email ID consists of lowercase or uppercase letter, and it cannot start with an underscore or dot. It The only characters allowed are a b c d 0 to 9 and underscore dot character, with the condition that it should start with a alphabet or numerical value, not a dot or underscore. Also, I have added a restriction, that is using this 4 comma, that is the email ID should be minimum of 5 characters, and the domain name can consist of any character, that is alphabet or numeric, but not any dot or underscore. Now the last part, that is the .com, .in, .org, .eu and .com are right. Everything else is neglected, and I have taken all this in form of raw underscore input. That is, I take a string, large string, and extract all the valid email ID from it. Now in this line print, what I have done, I have print the case for which the output is being given. Now I am printing the value of I also, but I is in integers, so I am typecasting it into string, that is str I plus 1. And now I am typecasting the length, that is str len of mail, that is the length of mail. I am typecasting it, and what I am doing is that I'm looking for all the elements of the list mail and I'm printing it, and I'm running this loop, that is for j in range of length of mail, that is the length of list mail. So we will first run this program and see the result. Say we will run it 3 times. I type a underscore gmail.com, say sharma.m8@gmail.com, p pqr at the rate underscore dot com, and the only valid email ID is the sharma.m8@gmail.com. So this is what this program was. This is quite a basic but an interesting program in Python. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Python is a very vast language, but this tutorial will help you to enter into the world of Python and explore as much as you can. So best of luck.